Right.
There's Kate Spade, the brand, and then there's Kate Spade, the woman. Kate Spade, the woman, was a Midwestern girl, born in Kansas City and came to New York. And she started Kate Spade, the brand, with her husband, Andy. One of the things that it seemed like a lot of women connected with the Kate Spade brand was the fact that it was founded by a woman. She didn't seem like she was living in a rarefied bubble. She seemed to be one of them. And I think that kind of intimate sensibility was one of the things that made the brand so successful. The accessories market in the early 90s, sort of was a reflection of the fashion industry in general. You either had things that were very sort of elaborate and highly ornamented, or you had things that were very, very streamlined. She was sort of frustrated that so many of the bags of that era were too extravagant or they weren't practical. And she worked to create something that spoke to her. It wasn't overly ornamented and it wasn't sort of boring either. Eventually, it ended up speaking to millions of women. I mean, I'm from the Midwest, and I like to think that Midwesterners have this really nice balance between wanting things that are aesthetically pleasing, but also wanting those things to make sense. And a lot of women would talk about how they could tell that a woman had designed the handbags because they sort of made sense to them.
She said we could do it. Remember, you and I discussed it.
Yeah.
The best way to describe Kate Spade within the industry is, she was her brand, or she was perceived as her brand. She came across as very straightforward and warm and welcoming, sort of an aura of good humor about her. All of those adjectives, I think, you could use to describe the brand as well. She will be remembered as someone whose work was the antithesis to fashion as something that was intellectual and avant-garde and only for the rarefied few. She'll be remembered as a businesswoman who was an early proponent of fashion as a lifestyle and not just product. And I think she'll also be remembered as someone who believed that fashion could be something or should be something that was delightful. And it shouldn't make people feel like outsiders. It should make people feel like they are part of something joyful.